its game.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49. And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
All right, here we go. Over.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Back to throw Beathard. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed.
Here we go. Blue landed.
Now Beathard. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play. The one that they got on the previous one, they tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Second down following the incompletion.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
All right, now, look at 56. Set. Green.
4 down.
Detroit.
Jump.
Here's Beathard to throw. Over the middle of Kittle, complete. And he is knocked down from the side near the 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end
Watch
to
it
the
now,
left,
Barney.
tight
Good. Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue
A handoff as they run the counter play. And the ball is knocked out. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the...
And picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Let's go. Motion, motion, motion.
Here's Beathard to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Now let's go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Left, watch it now, Barney.
To throw is Beathard. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
All right, here we go.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing
All right,
it.
here we go. Green, 39.
They'll throw here, Beathard. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And his kick is indeed good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal.
Were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Now let's go. Gone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Chargers have taken the early lead over the Broncos. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Now let's go.
Hey. We got three.
On second down, Cook looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed,
and this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Set.
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really They've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch it now, Barney.
Check. Lucky.
Detroit.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Detroit.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go.
A give. This is Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. And that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Beathard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right there around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Strong right.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Green, all right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Detroit! Now let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Double tight.
Now let's go!
Hey, 4 down.
Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
Handoff comes to Cook. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go.
They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run. 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops. Try a little trickery here on the end around. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Just keeping the play alive. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Chandler Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I got 83.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
But that's pretty much how they teach as a DB. Hit him and have some force with it. Yet he still caught the football and got the yardage he needed.
A little deflating.
Very much so.
Defensively.
Yeah, because you're trying to police up that area. You don't want him to come in there, and you're hoping some good hard tackles will keep them out of there. In this case, he just said he just shrugged it off and went ahead and got what he needed.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big game.
Now Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
A second quarter score from Carson. The Chargers have taken the early lead over the Broncos. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
All right, here we go. Leopard!
To throw is Beathard. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go now.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Strong right, strong right.
Now let's go. Over.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that's going to tie us at 13. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28 and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Chandler Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Watch tight end.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Set. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50. Leopard.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And an alley to run. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A little juke. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Johnson jostles free. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Throw him right. Throw him right. Throw him right.
Set. Green.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Detroit. Detroit.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Over.
He's coming. He's coming.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Watch him now, Barney. Here we go now. No. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Double tight. Double tight.
Here we go, Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56 now.
Back to throw Beathard. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They run the counter now on first down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Set. 319. 319.
The slot man in motion right.
We got it, we got it, we got it.
Here's Beathard to throw. Going up top. It got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
Here we go now. Green 39.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
We got three.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Green 39!
And now here's a carry heading left. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here we go now. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Beathard. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. that doesn't happen, it looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, that's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Cook able to escape. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Watch it now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56 now. 3, over.
Check 15.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Gone. Leopard. Let's go. Leopard. Green 39. Detroit. Leopard. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Cardinals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw is Beathard. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Set. 3-19.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it, baby. That's it. Let's go, D.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Here's Beathard to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football,
and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Here we go now. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Green 2. Gun.
Beathard. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll throw here. Beathard got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're looking to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Check. Motion out of backfield.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Here we go
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
now. Leopard.
Get wide.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Leopard.
Go.
He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They run. Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line.
Mike 57.
Watch it now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Two times.
Here we go now.
Check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stay.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Double tight.
Set. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
All right, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the 49ers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.